Welcome to our video today. Today we're going to embark on a mysterious journey where doors that have been sealed for millennia are finally being unlocked. Have you ever wondered what secrets lie hidden beneath the thick walls of the Vatican, where sunlight rarely penetrates? A secret vault, buried for 5,000 years, has recently been uncovered, and what they found inside has not only stunned historians, but also sent shockwaves throughout the world. The discovery includes priceless treasures, forgotten ancient manuscripts, and horrifying revelations that could completely alter our understanding of human history. Stay tuned, as this upcoming story will lead you from one shock to another. Get ready, because we're about to enter a world that even the bravest souls would find chilling. Be sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video from our channel, where we share insightful and inspiring discoveries about the Bible and faith. The Vatican has long been a symbol of authority, belief, and secrecy. It serves not only as the heart of the Catholic Church, but also as a repository of untold stories. For centuries, the popes have kept humanity's greatest mysteries hidden behind heavy iron gates and unbreakable stone walls. However, a shocking event has now come to light. A secret chamber, believed to have been sealed since ancient times 5,000 years ago, has been unveiled. This is no ordinary room, nor is it a typical archive like the famous Vatican Apostolic Archive. No, this is something entirely different. A space so hidden that even those within the Vatican were unaware of its existence until now. So what happened? The story began with an unexpected restoration project in the underground area of St. Peter's Basilica. While reinforcing the foundation, workers noticed a strange crack in the stone wall. Initially, they thought it was a flaw in the ancient architecture, but upon digging deeper, they discovered it was not a wall, but a hidden door. This door was made from black basalt, a rare stone in the area, and it was inscribed with ancient symbols that no one could immediately decode. Archaeologists and ancient language experts were urgently summoned. After several weeks of analysis, they concluded that the symbols belonged to a language lost since the pre-Christian era, possibly tied to a mysterious civilization that thrived in the Mediterranean thousands of years ago. When the door opened, a chilly breeze swept out, carrying the scent of damp earth and the passage of time. The team entered, and what they saw left them speechless. The hidden chamber was unlike any previous discovery. It extended hundreds of meters underground, with winding corridors, lit by natural torches that had burned continuously for thousands of years. As the team entered the hidden chamber deep beneath the Vatican, the first thing they noticed was not the typical Christian symbols like crosses, images of Jesus or angels with pristine white wings that we often associate with churches or Vatican museums. Instead, the chamber's walls were adorned with peculiar frescoes in a style completely foreign to anything seen before, suggesting they might belong to a civilization lost to history. These frescoes were not only unique in style, but also conveyed an eerie, almost supernatural aura, making anyone who looked at them question who created them and for what purpose. Let's begin by discussing the style of these fresco paintings. If you've ever admired Michelangelo's masterpieces in the Sistine Chapel or Raphael's murals in the Borgia Apartments, you'll recognize the hallmark of Christian art: smooth contours, sacred light, and figures surrounded by halos. However, in this secret underground chamber, there is nothing like that. These frescoes were not painted with the usual bright colors like gold, red, or blue often seen in Western religious art. Instead, the frescoes use dark, cool shades such as black, deep green, and gray with jagged, almost rough lines. Some early archaeologists initially believed this could be a sign of an ancient painting technique, but upon closer examination, they discovered that the paint was made from a mineral mixture not found anywhere around the Vatican or anywhere else on Earth known to modern science. This raised the hypothesis that the creators of this chamber may have sourced the materials from a mysterious origin, possibly deep underground or even from outer space. The subject matter of the frescoes only adds to the enigma. One of the most remarkable images features half-human, half-animal creatures depicted in astonishing detail. Imagine a creature with a muscular human body but a lion's head, glowing red eyes, holding an oddly curved staff that seems to be a ritualistic instrument. Another image depicts a creature with a fish-like lower body, with shimmering scales, yet the upper part has a human face with hollow, pupilless eyes, as if it is looking through time and space. These creatures do not resemble any known mythological figures from Greek, Roman, or even Egyptian culture. They are neither centaurs, sirens, nor sphinxes. They possess a uniqueness that feels like they came from a forgotten story of humankind. Researchers have questioned, are these the images of beings that this ancient civilization worshipped? Or are they a memory of a species that truly existed 5,000 years ago? Moving on, there are scenes depicting mystic rituals, adding to the allure and terror of the paintings. A large fresco on the eastern wall depicts a group of people in long robes standing in a circle around a stone altar. On the altar is a glowing orb radiating faint rays of light. These people are not gazing upward as in Christian rituals, but instead they lower their heads as if in reverence to something before them. In the center of the circle, a towering figure with torn wings stands upright, raising a curved metal rod high into the air. A red liquid, potentially blood, flows from the altar to the floor, forming strange patterns that resemble a map or a secret symbol. Archaeologists suggest this might be a sacrificial ritual, but it doesn't align with any ritual recorded in human history. Some theorize it could be a method of communication with gods from above, as mentioned in ancient scrolls, while others think it's a ritual to summon or banish a supernatural force. However, perhaps the most startling feature of the frescoes is the detailed maps of a world we no longer recognize. Picture a massive map, spanning almost 5 meters in height, drawn with meticulous lines down to the finest details. On this map, you won't see the familiar contours of Europe, Africa, or Asia as we know them today. Instead, there are entirely different continents, a gigantic landmass amid the ocean, winding mountain ranges like dragons, vast rivers flowing in strange directions, and cities marked with star-like symbols. Geologists who have studied the map observe that it doesn't correspond to any known geological structure on Earth. This leads to 2 possibilities. Either the map depicts Earth from 5,000 years ago, when the landscape was drastically different due to significant geological changes, or it could be a map of an entirely different planet, one with which this civilization may have had connections. Additionally, the map features small symbols next to cities, resembling handwriting, but no one has yet deciphered them. Some areas are highlighted in red, possibly indicating dangerous or destroyed regions. A section of the map reveals a large circle, with rays extending outward, accompanied by an illustration of a star falling from the sky, which aligns with the description in the scroll about a calamity from above. Scientists are now employing 3D scanning technology to reconstruct the map, hoping to uncover its connection to what we know about Earth's history. A daring theory proposes that this could be a record of a major astronomical event, such as a meteor collision that annihilated this civilization, with the cave serving as a repository to preserve the memory of the lost world. These fresco paintings are not merely artworks, but a tale, a warning, and perhaps a clue to humanity's enigmatic past. They differ drastically from Christian art, not only in their form, but in their underlying meaning. While Christian art typically focuses on salvation and hope, these paintings convey a sense of darkness, fear, and mystery. The paintings appear to have been created not to honor a divine being, but to document a horrifying truth, something that the creators intended for future generations to never forget. As the archaeological team stood before these walls, they couldn't help but feel a shiver down their spines, as though the creatures depicted in the paintings were watching them. Upon further examination, these frescoes raise questions about their connection to the Vatican. If the cave dates back 5,000 years, far predating the history of Christianity, why is it situated directly beneath the heart of the church? Some believe that the church has been aware of the cave for a long time and intentionally constructed St. Peter's Basilica above it to conceal it. Others maintain that this is merely a coincidence, and the cave is a remnant of a forgotten civilization that existed long before Rome. Whatever the case may be, the presence of these peculiar frescoes has opened a new chapter in the Vatican's story, transforming it from a religious symbol into a doorway, leading to the profound mysteries of human history. However, what truly terrifies people is not the paintings, but what was found at the heart of the cave, a vast chamber filled with hundreds of stone coffins piled on top of one another. These coffins do not contain the remains of saints or popes, as one might expect. Instead, inside are strange skeletons that are not fully human. Some of the skulls have abnormal elongations, and others have additional bones in places where humans would never possess them. The scientists quickly initiated DNA testing, and the initial findings suggest that these skeletons are at least 5,000 years old. What is more unsettling is that they display genetic traits that are difficult to explain, as though they are the offspring of humans and something otherworldly. The question then becomes, why are these skeletons buried beneath the Vatican? Who interred them here? And why have they remained hidden for such an extended period? One theory proposes that this secret cave was not constructed by the Vatican, but rather existed long before Christianity, with the Church simply having built its center on top of it. Perhaps this site was once a sacred location for an ancient religion, where rituals far beyond our current understanding were performed. The frescoes in the cave seem to depict the events of a dreadful incident that took place 5,000 years ago, an event possibly tied to the extinction of a civilization, or even the intervention of extraterrestrial beings. Some images portray stars falling from the sky, dark clouds covering the land, and peculiar creatures standing among humans who are kneeling. In addition to the stone coffins, the archaeological team also uncovered a series of ancient scrolls preserved in sealed copper tubes. These scrolls were written in the same mysterious language that appeared on the cave door. After several months of decoding, scholars discovered that these were detailed records of a series of events the author referred to as the Day of Reckoning. Around 5,000 years ago, a catastrophic event struck, decimating a large portion of the global population. Those who survived believed they were being punished by gods from the heavens, leading them to construct this vault in order to safeguard the remaining knowledge and history. Even more chilling, the scrolls found within mention a prophecy that when the vault is reopened, the disaster will return. Is this a factual account or just a story spun by a superstitious ancient civilization? The scientific community is still divided, but one undeniable fact is that the discoveries within this vault raise profound questions about humanity's origins and the Vatican's possible role in concealing the truth. Throughout history, the Church has faced accusations of withholding information that could shake the faith of millions. A notable example being the trial of Galileo Galilei in the 17th century, where he was tried for heresy for asserting that the Earth revolved around the Sun. The letters of Galileo, preserved in the Vatican Apostolic Archive, clearly highlight the clash between science and religion of that period. However, if this hidden vault indeed contains evidence of a pre-Christian civilization with technology and knowledge far beyond our comprehension, it could completely alter our understanding of history. Consider other treasures found beneath the Vatican, such as the Vatican necropolis or Scavi, located directly under St. Peter's Basilica. This extensive burial site dates back to Roman times, containing tombs from the 1st to the 4th century AD. Excavated in the mid-20th century, it provided a rare glimpse into the early days of Christianity. The frescoes and mosaics discovered that tell the story of the first Christians' faith, who had to practice in secret under Roman imperial oppression. However, this new hidden vault is far older, and it contains not only religious artifacts, but evidence of a completely different world. Another remarkable discovery lies in the hidden room beneath the Medici Chapel in Florence, where Michelangelo sought refuge in 1530. The walls of this room are adorned with chalk and charcoal sketches, revealing his genius even in times of peril. But if Michelangelo left his mark in a secret room, who is behind the creation of this vault beneath the Vatican? Could it be the work of an advanced civilization erased from history? Or is it a secret intentionally buried by the Church? Additionally, we must not overlook the Codex Vaticanus, one of the earliest known copies of the Bible, stored in the Vatican Library since the 4th century AD. This precious manuscript, written on fine calfskin, holds immense value for theologians and historians alike. But if the scrolls within the hidden vault present a different historical narrative, one not recorded in the Bible, it would challenge our long-standing beliefs. Did the Vatican have prior knowledge of this vault's existence and intentionally keep it hidden? Or was this truly an accidental discovery, unlocking a doorway to a forgotten past? Let's delve deeper into the contents of the vault. The frescoes are more than mere images. They appear to tell a story through each brushstroke. One of the largest paintings, located at the center of the tomb room, depicts a terrifying scene. A group of people fleeing from what seems to be a fiery storm descending from the sky. In one corner of the painting, a figure of a colossal being with fiery wings and a glowing sword is depicted. Initially, Researchers believed this might represent an angel from the Bible, but the details of the fiery wings and glowing sword do not match any biblical descriptions. Instead, it resembles ancient myths of war gods from cultures like Sumer or Egypt. Another painting portrays a group of individuals surrounding a peculiar device resembling a giant metal ring with rays emanating from its center. Some bold scientists have referred to this as a space portal, a device they speculate could relate to time travel or communication with other worlds. Naturally, this is only a theory, but when considered alongside the metal rods and glowing gems found in the tomb, this idea begins to seem plausible. Perhaps this ancient civilization achieved a level of technology that we're only beginning to dream of in science fiction. Then, there are the stone coffins. As researchers continued to open more coffins, they found that not all contained bones. Some coffins held small glass containers filled with a thick black liquid, a substance unknown in modern chemistry. Upon testing, this liquid emitted an unusual amount of energy, sufficient to power a small light bulb without an external power source. Some speculate this could be an ancient form of fuel, while others believe it may be tied to the mysterious rituals depicted on the walls. A different sarcophagus contains a stone tablet etched with intricate mathematical symbols, which leading mathematicians believe surpass the knowledge of 5,000 years ago. Some of these symbols even resemble modern quantum physics equations, raising the question of whether this ancient civilization had an understanding of the universe that we have only recently uncovered. However, the strangest of all is a sarcophagus that contains no bones or artifacts, but only a large mirror made from material resembling black glass. When scientists shone light onto the mirror, they discovered that it did not reflect their image, but instead displayed faint images of a strange city with towering buildings and flying machines soaring through the sky. These images only appeared for a few seconds before disappearing, and to this day, no one knows how to replicate this phenomenon. Some have called it a time window, a tool allowing a glimpse into the past or future. If this is true, then this secret chamber is not only a historical archive, but a portal to mysteries beyond our imagination. Let's now talk about the reaction from the world outside. When news of the secret chamber spread, it sparked an unprecedented wave of debate. Scientists from all over the globe demanded access for research, but the Vatican quickly sealed off the area, permitting only a small group of experts to enter. This has raised suspicions that the Church is attempting to control information, as they have done with many other secrets in the past. A clear example is the documents concerning Pope Pius XII. During World War II, for decades there was a debate about whether he stayed silent during the Holocaust or secretly acted to help save the Jews. When part of the Vatican Apostolic Archive was recently opened, we obtained more clues, but many questions remain unanswered. Will this secret chamber also be controlled in the same way? Or is it too expansive to conceal? The public has not remained silent. On social media, millions are discussing the meaning of this discovery. Some believe it's proof of extraterrestrial life, while others think it's the remains of a civilization destroyed by divine wrath for its arrogance. Religious leaders have also weighed in. Some call it the sign of the apocalypse, citing a prophecy from the scrolls that a disaster will occur when the chamber is opened. Others urge calm, stating, this is simply a historical relic that requires further study. But what will come next? Right now, scientists are working tirelessly to analyze everything discovered in the chamber. They are using advanced technologies like 3D laser scans to reconstruct the frescoes and particle accelerators to accurately date the artifacts. Another group is working to decode the scrolls completely, hoping to uncover more details on the Day of Judgment and the mysterious prophecy. Meanwhile, the Vatican remains quiet, only stating they will release official information when the time is right. Think about the possibilities this chamber opens up. If the strange skeletons are indeed evidence of a hybrid species, it could completely change our understanding of human evolution. If the technological objects are real, the history of science would need to be rewritten. And if the prophecy in the scrolls proves true, we may be on the brink of an event greater than anything in modern history. Whatever the outcome, this secret chamber has become one of the most significant discoveries of the 21st century and will remain the focus of attention for years to come. Now, let's explore another aspect of the chamber: the strange sounds. As the archaeological team went deeper into the corridors, they began to hear low sounds, resembling wind whistles or distant whispers. At first, they thought it was just the echo of air moving through the enclosed space, but upon using modern recording equipment, they realized these sounds had a unique frequency unlike any natural phenomenon. An acoustics expert speculated that these sounds might be voices from a lost language, somehow captured within the structure of the chamber itself. Some even theorized that these are whispers of the spirits, entities trapped in the chamber for 5,000 years. Whatever they may be, the sound has made several team members feel uneasy, and some have even refused to continue working. A striking detail is the glowing gems found in the sarcophagus. These gems not only emit light, but their color changes according to the surrounding temperature. In complete darkness, they shine with a pale blue glow. But when exposed to human breath, they turn bright red. Chemists have analyzed them and discovered that they contain an element never before recorded in the periodic table. This led to the theory that this ancient civilization might have tapped into a resource from beyond Earth, or possibly created it through an alchemical process far more advanced than its time. Next, let's discuss a more recent discovery in the chamber: a giant stone wall with a small hole at its center, surrounded by complex geometric symbols. When scientists shine light through the hole, it casts a projection on the opposite wall that resembles a detailed star map. Remarkably, this map doesn't match the sky we observe today, but appears to depict the sky as it was 5,000 years ago, with constellations that have shifted over time. Some astronomers think this could be an ancient navigational tool used to track celestial phenomena. Others suggest it might be linked to a prophecy in the scroll, stating that the gods from above will return when the stars align in a specific manner. Another layer to this story is the connection to ancient mythologies. In Greek mythology, there is the tale of the Titan Prometheus, who stole fire from the gods and gave it to humanity only to be punished. In Mesopotamian culture, there's Enki, the god who taught humanity knowledge, later incurring the wrath of other gods. The frescoes and scrolls within the chamber seem to echo this theme: a group of superior beings bringing knowledge to humans, but ultimately causing a catastrophe due to human arrogance. Could this chamber be hiding evidence of the actual events that inspired these myths? Recently, the archaeological team uncovered a second passage in the chamber, leading to a deeper hallway with another door at the end. Unlike the first, this door is made of an unknown metal alloy, which has not corroded over thousands of years. It features an 8-pointed star symbol, surrounded by engravings that resemble electronic circuits. To unlock this door, it seems a special key or mechanism is required, one that the archaeological team has yet to uncover. Some believe the true heart of the chamber lies behind this door, containing the greatest secret, perhaps an ancient machine, a long-lost library, or even a message from those who built this place. The impact of this discovery on faith is another important consideration. The Vatican has long been a guardian of sacred relics such as the Shroud of Turin and bones thought to be from St. Peter. Yet this secret chamber presents an entirely different dilemma. If what lies within proves that human history is more complex than the Bible suggests, how might that affect the billions of believers worldwide? Some theologians view it as an opportunity to expand humanity's understanding of God's creation, while others worry it could undermine the foundation of Christianity. The political implications are also worth considering. The Vatican's containment of the chamber has prompted responses from various nations and international organizations. Some countries demand to participate in the research, asserting that it is a global heritage, not just the church's. Activists have also called for transparency, questioning whether the Vatican is concealing something to protect its power. Meanwhile, some extreme politicians even label it as the Church's potential secret weapon for the future. Regardless of the truth, it's clear that this chamber represents more than just an archaeological find. It is a global issue with deep ramifications. Finally, let's explore other treasures discovered in the Vatican to show that this place is always full of surprises. For example, the Borgia apartments, with Pinturicchio's exquisite frescoes, exemplify the opulence and controversy of the Renaissance. Or the obelisk in St. Peter's Square, an ancient Egyptian relic brought to Rome in the 16th century, which demonstrates the connections between ancient civilizations. There are also the mummies in the Vatican Museum, with connections to Egyptology that few people would expect. Yet, this 5,000-year-old secret chamber goes far beyond them. Like a book from a long-lost library containing chapters of history that we have never known. What makes this chamber so horrifying? It's not only the strange skeletons, the mysterious technologies, or the terrifying prophecies. It's the sense that we are touching something taboo, a secret that perhaps humanity is not yet prepared to face. Should we keep digging, or should we let it rest in the darkness? Thank you for taking the time to listen to this lengthy tale. I hope it has provided you with an enjoyable and inspiring experience. If you like this content, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and activate the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos. I'm eager to hear your opinions. What do you think about this secret chamber? Is there something else waiting for us beneath the Vatican? Leave your comments below, and together we will continue to explore the world's mysteries. See you in the next video.